welcome to CTV Sports and the first game of the World Polo League 2024 Founders Cup, where we have Irenita going up against Senvest.
And look at that beautiful picture there of field number one. A slight breezy 63 degrees Fahrenheit, but perfect conditions for the four-legged and the two-legged athlete.
Yeah, and we have some amazing players ready to take the field. Let's take a look. All right, here we go. And a nice shot here, drone footage of field number one. And the wind blowing from the northwest today, Jan. So that's this field runs north and south. So it's blowing from just on the bottom of your screen there, from that the building right there, blowing right across the field. So it is going to be a little more difficult running towards the houses, towards that north goal today. And that makes a big difference on a couple of these fields. If you get gusts of wind running, it's always a little easier running with the wind. We had the opportunity to talk to Mark Ganzi, who captain of the Audi team, will be playing in the finals today of the All-Star Challenge. He was telling us how difficult it was in the semifinal with them playing on field through the wind blowing. So that's going to come into play. We'll let you know how that works out. But two very strong teams here to start out the 2024 Founders Cup.
Absolutely, Dale, and these two teams, La Irenita in red and Senvest, of course, in white. They met the fourth game of the Founders Cup. It's a bigger part of the All-Star Challenge is when they actually met for the first time. It was a very, very interesting game. La Irenita won that game, beating Senvest 12 goals to 11 in overtime. Pablo McDonough there having to score that goal in the seventh Chukker. So I'm pretty sure that from that experience, Senvest will want to try and do everything they can to win this game here today. And for Senvest, we've got Richard Marshall in the saddle today. Let's just quickly run you through the players as they make their way out on their field. So in the white shirts, Senvest, remember 22 goals. Richard Marshall coming in. His brother Rob played in the All-Star Challenge, the first tournament. At number 2 then, the first of our two 7-goalers, Facundo Losa. At number 3, Magu Laprida. And at number 4, Pedro Falabella. As I said, 22 goals, that team in white, Senvest. La Irenita in red. As I said, they won their opening game. Lost their second game to Kaya, who, of course, are in the final today. So I'm sure they'll be supporting Kaya. But La Irenita, led by the Brazilian Gilberto Sayao, coming in off 0 goals. Then the very strong and always very hard-working Tamacho Pierres at number 2, coming in off 6 goals. Gonzalito Pierres, the 9-goaler, and that combination with, of course, the number 4, Pablo McDonough, is something that I'm sure Senvest will be looking at very, very carefully. As I said, they would like to redeem themselves after having met in the All-Star Challenge last tournament, of course. Let's see if they can turn things around today in this, the opening match of the Founders Cup 2024.
Yeah, great having the brothers Marshall, how they switch up. The brothers play in different tournaments. Now, this is 9 teams. They're going to compete in the Founders Cup and in a double elimination tournament. Everyone plays the other two teams in their bracket. So we have 3 brackets lined up there. And the team then will be ranked from 1 to 9 based on their win-loss first, then net goals, then gross goals, to determine who are the 4 top teams to advance into the semifinals. And once they get to the semifinals, the first place team will play against the 4th place team, second will play against 3rd. I love this setup. We did this in some of our earlier tournaments during the spring season. And so it'd be very interesting. It's very competitive setting up there. And, of course, the bracket system. Bracket 1, you have Audi, Irenita, and Senvest. And then bracket 2, you have Kaya, Polo, Casablanca, Alegria. And then you're going to have Park Place, one of our newest teams. Welcome, Park Place. Maltese Falcons, and Travieso.
Well, we were just talking about there, Dale. Park Place, of course, the reigning U.S. champion. Will be competing on today on the opening day of the Founders Cup. That match will be coming on your screens on CTV Sports, of course, right after this opening match at around about 12:30. But as you were saying, don't forget 4 o'clock this afternoon. Very much looking forward to the final of the All-Star Challenge. Kaya Polo taking on the mighty Audi. That'll be, as I say, on your screens this afternoon at 4 o'clock. And as you were just saying, and indeed a warm welcome to Park Place. This tournament, Dale, 9 teams, but not only 9 teams, we have a total now of 5 10-goalers. And I'm happy to just go through those 10-goalers for you. For Audi, of course, head to Castagnola. For Irenita, Pablo McDonough. They're playing in bracket number 1. And then in bracket 3, Hilario Ulloa for Park Place. And for the Maltese Falcons, I'm sure you've heard of this young man, Adolfo Cambiaso, making a return to Grand Champions Polo Club and, of course, the World Polo League. And for Travieso, none other than Juan Martin Nera. That's just the 10-goalers. We've got plenty of 9-goalers, Dale, plenty of 8 and 7 and 6-goalers.
Yeah, it mixes it up very well. Top players in the world. And, of course, don't forget about those top 4-legged athletes. And we'll be bringing you more of the breeding operations and the names of those caballos, especially in the finals. So we'll be selecting, well, we have a number of best playing ponies being selected today for the finals today of the All-Star Challenge. Jan, you want to go through the different organizations?
Yes, we do. We're delighted to be doing that, of course. That's something which is always very much part and parcel of every big finals day. We've got the American Polo Horse Association Best Playing Pony, with and of course the Argentine Polo Association Best Playing Pony, and of course the World Polo League Best Playing Pony blanket that will be handed out, as well as, of course, the MVP, the Most Valuable Player.
Yes, sir.
Now then, going to this game here, of course, Irenita, as we said, coming in of 25 goals, Senvest of 22. So Senvest will be given a handicap advantage of 3 goals. And, well, just having to look at Kaya, Dale, 22 goals. And look how they just waltzed through to the final, taking on whoever was in their way. And I'm pretty sure that after their first meeting, Senvest against Irenita, I'm sure they will have a different game plan to take on, especially that combination, Pierres and McDonough at Irenita.
Yeah, we got to talk to Mark Ganzi, of course, when we were talking about the win the other day. He was also talking about that, how they're getting organized to give those 4 goals up in the finals. So they need to come out and play very strong early. But let's get back to here. First game and the first bowl-in of the 2024 Founders Cup, and this can be picked up and controlled by Magoo.
Laprida on the move. So Senvest winning their first thrown. Remember, the stats will be brought to you by the dear Dale, who's sitting next to me at halftime. And, of course, we'll have the final match stats as well. Now, here is the first touch for Gonzalito Pierres. And that's a very, very pretty ball up to the front door. On the move. This is a nice first touch by the young man from Brazil. Pierres coming in to finish it. Gilberto Sayao but he did so well holding back, Dale, to just push that one through.
Yeah, great communication here by the Irenita team, as you saw Gonzalito come flying through there, and a good pickup here by Gilberto. He gets it going forward and then waited for those 2 players to run by him so he could fall into the rumble seat to get the finish. Not an easy shot, just off to the right side, but good power polo play there. Look at this, clean steal.
Very unlucky there, but great oversight.
And that's going to be a clean steal. If you look up here, maybe Magoo is looking down, looking at a player coming across here. But what a read here by Pablo McDonough as he comes in and meets Magoo on the knock-in. and with a lot of horsepower underneath them. And right here, you watch the tap, and just right at him, and just a bad luck there. And it was Valabella. I apologize. I was bringing that knock in, and I mean, just looking down, he didn't have a good look there at where Pablo was set up, but a great steal and goal.
So, first goal on the account for La Irenita, as you said. Cheeky little steal there, but well done, Pablo McDonough. And here we go then. Back to the action. Still plenty of time. Little under the neck shot by Tomacho Pierres.
And a nice feed in here as Tomacho picks up Laprida, puts him on his lap. Yeah, it looked like that ball was in from our angle, but just to check out because it was very, very close. And when you have the goal judge with two players coming down, we're going to get a good look at it here where Pablo goes down the center with it. And just a good ride off here by Tomacho. The ball sneaks between the horse's legs, and then look at the angle. And wow, not an easy goal. There's not much goal to shoot at, but Tomacho Pieta is putting that ball between the posts.
Well, this is exactly what the WPL is all about. And, well, not only that, also Grand Championship. I think of that goal yesterday from Juancito Bellini. Remember that goal?
Oh, in the 12 goal. Yeah. Unbelievable. In very similar angle.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually hit a tail shot and Tomacho on the neck shot. Here on the Boland's going to be 2 for 2. So good start here by Senvest. It's going to be Magoo again.
So, a little bit of a traffic jam there. Facundo Losa will pick up this ball and untangle himself from that little melee of players. Changing direction once again, under the neck. Trying to send that one into the danger zone. But Gonzalito Pierres saw it coming, went back. And this is what I like about this team, Dale. We saw that in their opening match. In the All-Star Challenge, the way also this team have it down to a T when it comes to that rotation. Off the boards, Pablo McDonough. Down the boards now, looking for Tomacho. He'll try and pick this up on the near side. Didn't quite get the contact he was hoping. Also, Magula Prida not able to pick it up. It'll be left for Gonzalito.
Everybody always working for each other, as you said earlier, Jan. You can see now how Pablo's come up to work there with Loza, give Gonzalito a little room, and look now the give and go.
Lovely pass from Gonzalito to Pablo McDonough. Now you want to be careful in front of goal. Oh, nicely cleared just in the nick of time, Magula Prida. Literally in the nick of time.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a safety on this, but a great save here by Magoo, taking it off the end line as Pablo had control of that ball inside the red zone. Magoo came up with a clean ride-off and then finished with the tail shot, just overcut the tail shot off the field. So we'll get a penalty 6. Good shot here of Pablo McDonough going from horse to horse as we have our first courtesy change of the day. Now, remember, we are using the challenge system in the 2024 Founders Cup. Each team will receive 1 challenge per half. You need to use it or lose it. And they can challenge the call, the call of the umpire. They can challenge the ball placement. And then we have all of the triggers in place. So the umpires can use our third man / IRO in the CTV studios to check and see if a ball goes in or out of the goal on a goal shot. See if the ball goes out of bounds either on the end line or the sideline. Check and see anytime 2 4-legged athletes come together on a ride-off or tight play, and of course any 2-legged athletes come together on a hook or any kind of melee play, and any unsportsmanlike conduct also in place for 2024 Founders Cup. And the Grand Champions Polo Club for our World Polo League will be the umpire challenge, or umpire trigger, I apologize. If the umpires do disagree, they can use the third man IRO.
So as you said, Dale, that ball went over the back line from a defending player, so a safety 60, the equivalent of a corner, if you will, in polo. Taken there not as nicely as I'm sure he would have liked by Pablo McDonough, and that will give Senvest a chance to turn things around from defense to offense, but he seems to be on a mission here. He's got... they've got the ball back. Little turnaround there from Gonzalito, looking for his 10-goaler. Well, he's going to go up into that danger zone. There comes the pass. Slightly out to the left, even too much for Tomacho Pierres.
So Pepper in the goal here early on. And it'll be Pedro Falabella to do the knock-in. And I'm sure he's keeping an eye on Pablo. So they'll work this play down a little bit. And he's going to go ahead and go the right side. He's got Magoo.
On the move, Laprida sends it over to, well, I was going to say, trying to send it over to the left-hand side. Again, on the halfway line is where that attack nearly came to an abrupt end. Picked up now by Losa. T leaves it behind for Falabella. Again, good coordination, good team play here. Passing the stick, passing the ball back to Losa. Trying to outplay McDonough. Nice open backhand. Who is there? There he is again. Gilberto Sayao. Very, very quick pony he's riding here in this first chukker. Good first touch. Just on the wrong side there for Camacho Pierres to do anything with, but the idea was very good there from the young man from Brazil. Falabella then will turn things around once again for Senvest. Leaves it for Losa. Losa back up. Nice pass to Pedro. He's got nobody to play it to. He's going to have to try and run this one himself. McDonough will clear it into the open space. Who is there? Pierres trying to extend that a little bit further to Gilberto Sayao. Didn't quite get the length on that shot that he wanted. Back to Falabella. A lot of their work at the moment happening on the right side. And now maybe Magoo Prida can find a little gap. Little under the neck shot. Who is there in the danger zone? Anybody? Only the Minister of Defense. And that, of course, Pablo McDonough has space, has time to decide where he wants to take and play this shot.
Yeah, it looked like the Senvest team getting it down around the 60. Just once they get inside there, it's been very good defense by the Irenita team. This ball's going to pop out of bounds. We're going to have our first change of possession. So a cop on the pitch. And the umpire will take that ball right there. He'll count it out 8 seconds. All players will scamper back as quick as possible. And this is a big ball right here by Falabella, but well played by Pablo.
Yeah, shutting down Losa, who would have been through. So Irenita doing a very good job also back in defense. What a flying, cracking start they had here at the beginning of this chukker. As you said, 2 very quick goals, one by Camacho, one by Pablo McDonough. And this could be the making of goal number 3 here, as Gonzalito Pierres once again advances very deep here into the half of Senvest.
There's a ride-off for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Pablo. Clean, too. Knee to knee. Shoulder to shoulder, and now to give you a good lesson on how to execute a perfect ride-off. And then we have a whistle right here in the last 30 seconds. There's a ride-off right there. Pablo wins that one, and then he gets control of the ball as it comes down the board. It goes with the tail shot here. That ball's coming across the field, and we had a whistle right there. So we'll let our umpires work that final play out, and that'll end our first chukker play. So we'll get everybody on some fresh ponies. We'll be back for our second chukker of the 2024 Founders Cup. Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank. A very good morning to you and a warm welcome.
And we're preparing for our second Chukker of our first game in the 2024 Founders Cup, live from the Grand Champions Polo Club field number 1. And we had a penalty with about 12 seconds left in the first Chukker. So, of course, they'll go ahead and execute that penalty in the following Chukker. So our second Chukker, it's going to be an open goal, 40-yarder. Penalty 3. And there's a good shot of Richard. Shot. As we said, his brother Rob played in the first All-Star Challenge, which was single elimination. In this tournament, we have 9 teams played in 3 different brackets. They play within their brackets. You want to win your bracket. That puts you into the top 3. And then, of course, using the net goals and gross goals, they'll be able to figure out who that 4th team is. And then they'll play, the first place team will play against 4th place teams, second place and 3rd in semis, and that'll take us to our finals.
Yeah, very much.
So it's always an interesting setup with this kind of draw.
Yeah.
And some great teams. As I said, bracket 1, Audi, Irenita, Senvest. As you're seeing bracket 1 play right now. Bracket 2, Polo, Casablanca, Alegria. And then bracket 3, Park Place, Maltese Falcons, and Travieso. Gonzalito Pierres to execute the, look at that, that's a pretty putt shot. He's a good golfer too, by the way. And that is a perfect putt there by Gonzalito Pierres as he lays at about 43 yards.
So, and with that goal, of course, Dale, it is 3 goals apiece. La Irenita getting off to a very good start here in the Founders Cup. Remember, this is the opening match. We've got 2 matches lined up for you today. We're very much looking forward to seeing Park Place take center stage when they are up against Travieso. That the second match of our triple header Sunday here, coming to you on your screens at 12:30. Now then, Senvest need to come up with something, and very, very close, that shot on goal by Pedro Falabella.
Very strong on the bowlings. Senvest. They've won 3 out of 3. We'll be able to check those stats at halftime, but I'm pretty sure they're right up 3 out of 3. And a good breakaway there is they have Pedro Falabella running from the number 4 position. Near side neck shot just off to the side. Knock in coming. Pablo.
McDonough out to the left to Gonzalito Pierres. And you see, this is the thing. You don't want to be giving these 2 players that sort of amount of space and room to play their game. Again, a cheeky little touch. No call, no whistle. They continue. Nice little play there by a little move by Pedro Falabella. Tried to send that one a little bit deeper downfield. Cleared. Incredible pace once again being displayed here by both teams now on the run with a lot of room to work with. Pablo McDonough. Good second touch as he tries to center that on the approach. Needs to be careful. There's traffic coming in from the left-hand side. Nice pick up, and again, very, very close there. I like his effort here. Gilberto Sayao getting in there as soon as he can. Yeah,
we're getting a lot of touches here in the first 2 Chukkers. He was pulling the team early in the first Chukker. Now coming across and getting a good piece of the ball just off to the side. But what a tail shot from Gonzalito to Pablo on the move. Like you said, the dynamic duo. And once they get going, you got to be careful. So here we go on the knock-in. It's going to be picked up by Pedro. And we get the leapfrog. It's going left here now from Magoo.
Leprida, what's he going to do? Is he going to run this one? Is he going to play it up? There's at the moment nobody. If you look at the top of your screen, nobody there. Maybe on his left-hand side, he had Richard Machal, but he gets pushed out to the boards. And this combination is also one which is very, very strong. Losa, Leprida and Falabella. Well, that's, of course, a triple combination. But we've seen Facundo Losa and Pedro Falabella work very closely together. Again, a quick steal. Now then, pony power is what you need here. Gonzalito Pierres getting nicely in front. Has he overcooked that slightly on the near side? Try to correct that shot. And again, incredible pace here. Falabella will pick up the loose ball. Needs to get past his counterpart with the number 4. Nicely sorted by Magoo Leprida. Back out to the right-hand side. And this is a powerful pass. But who's going to get to it first? There he is, Pedro Falabella. Try to feed that ball to Losa. Losa couldn't control it, and you don't want to have Pablo McDonough run away with it. Luckily there he took a swing and he didn't make a connection, so once again Losa. But now Pablo in hot pursuit, still Facundo Losa. Cuts it across. A little bit too much. Basically gave it back to Pablo McDonough. They need to tighten up on that, Dale. You don't want to be doing that.
Bad luck there. Losa had room to work. He hit that ball off to the right side, and that just gave Pablo the opportunity to take this down. They've been running for over 3 minutes here, Jan. A very clean, fast second chukker.
Back to the man with the number 3. There's an appeal coming from Falabella. Umpire says play on. Gonzalito, watch that ball. There's another one of those putting shots. Oh, look. Well, it was already over the line, even though Tamacho Pierres was there. Another cracking goal here by Gonzalito Pierres.
Yeah, and that's going to take us to our courtesy chain. 3.5 minutes of running and gunning Polo. Spectacular, fun to watch. And this is just amazing. Well, it's actually a layup shot. Gonzalito laying that up into the middle of the goal, and that's actually going to be his goal. Even though we had Tamacho ready to finish it, but just a perfect touch by Gonzalito. He's going to pick up his second goal here in the chukker. He had a penalty 3 to start the chukker, and now picking one up from the field. But once again, 3.5 plus minutes, 4 minutes, over 4 minutes. Unbelievable. Love watching that.
Indeed.
That's what the World Polo League's all about.
I was just about to say.
26 goal polo at its finest, man.
That's exactly what the World Polo League is all about. And with that goal, of course, La Irenita take the lead for the first time here in this opening match of the Founders Cup 2024. But we touched on the final and we touched on the second game of the Founders Cup a little bit later on. But Dale, we've also got the 6th goal, the 8th goal, and the SIBA Memorial, which got underway yesterday.
Yeah, we got a lot of pole going on for you, so it's going to keep you busy, and to be able to watch all these different leagues that we have playing, as of course the SIBA Memorial, and I believe the 34th year, 34th SIBA Memorial, because of course it was played. Started playing at the Royal Palm, the now defunct Royal Palm Polo Club. Of course, the Oxley family, a big part. And, it used to be the Mecca back in the day, the Royal Palm Polo Sports Club. And now, of course, resurrected by Mark and Melissa Ganzi at Grand Champions. So keep an eye out for that while we're playing. And then we got the Top Pony 8 goal and 4 teams in that. So that should be very, very competitive. And then what even more for me is the Halo 6th goal, Jan, and we have 6 teams in the Halo pulling our 6th goal. And of course, that is the beginning of polo. You come from the polo school and you may be playing in some of the younger tournaments with the kids, our kids polo, which we do a number on with the Avendano and of course with the Polo Foundation. But now they have the Halo with 6 teams, and a lot of our pole school graduates from them. We got everybody back from the courtesy change with 2:40 on the clock, and picked up and controlled now by Facundo.
Losa will leave this one for Falabella. Falabella cuts in, sends it up to the front door. That's a great pass here now for Richard Marshall. And one of the players there losing his man, I think it's Tamacho Pierres. Play, of course, will continue. A little bit of a bump there. McDonough running into Falabella. Unintentional. Falabella just finding himself in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, right there we had a nice attempt here by Richard. And look at that guy, got his mallet got hooked there, or Tamacho's mallet got pulled out of his hand. And then you just have a little bit of melee, like you said, as Pablo went to turn that ball. This guy caught on the blocking foul. So penalty 5A from the spot. It'll be McDonough.
Taken. And once again, picked up by Pierres, Gonzalito. And a little bit like in that first game, Dale, it took a while. And maybe that's part of that strategy. We haven't seen Tamacho Pierres with too many touches.
A lot of work in the front, He's up there. He's working really hard at that number 2 position. And that's actually freed up Gilberto he's had some great runs here early, so it's working well. He's just Camacho's, as they say, doing the dirty work, doing all the hooking and bumping and freeing up some space for his teammates, and it's working well. Turnaround and control by Pablo.
McDonough will be looking. Where is that player on the left-hand side? There he is, Gonzalito Pierres. Takes it nicely out to the board, still with enough space to pick it up on his stick side. Pierres looking for the second Pierres, the one we were just talking about, Camacho, but intercepted by Losa. And there is exactly what you were talking about, that hard work. The nice little backhand here from Pierres to Pierres, but Falabella saw it coming and did everything in his power to make sure that that ball was not going to go anywhere near the goalpost.
Yeah, bad luck there. Picked up by Gonzalito. He hits the near side neck shot, but it actually goes off of the boards and bounces out of bounds. So we'll have a knock-in only about a couple yards from the board. We'll see what happens here. I think we got a timeout. And maybe that's going to end the Chukker. See, look at that. It looks like they are going to get off here. So it looks like that's going to end our second Chukker play. So we'll go ahead and get everyone prepared for our third Chukker. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on CTV Sports.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo but women's polo, so we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
Third Chukker action, and another good shot of Richard mounting up for the third Chukker.
Because our guys got it.
Love the end zone cameras, kind of like the pit crew cameras down there, getting in up close and personal to all the players and the beautiful four-legged athletes that are being playing here in the World Polo League. A little polo huddle going on with Magoo, Pedro, Facundo, and Richard. They have a knock-in to start the third Chukker. If you remember, that ball went off the boards, bounced out of bounds. And so in which case, if the player hits the ball into the boards or into the goalposts, and it goes over it. And if the defending team actually does that, then it actually becomes a safety if it does hit the boards or the post also. So just because it hits the boards or the post doesn't nullify the safety. And so it looks like they've been mixing it up a little bit. Pedro's been taking the knock-ins. And but as the chess game continues, they'll switch it up a little bit. Now deep in the corner there. Not an easy place to come out of, I guess, because you're coming across your goal. And then you got to keep it on the board. If you keep it on the boards, then, safer. But you definitely don't have as much field to work with. But they're going to keep it on the boards. definitely a safer play. Then they're going to find Magoo.
This little pass from Falabella. Magula Prida will try and get a little bit more space and gain some yardage if he can. Open backhand, a powerful one at that from Gonzalito Pierre is looking for his number 4. Return to sender is the strategy here. And a good pickup here on the halfway line by Magoo Laprida. Now then, he's got 2 attacking players. That rotation again working very well. Pedro Falabella. And just caught in between Falabella and Losa, of course, Gonzalito Pierre is. And this is, of course, especially at this level, Dale, very, very important. That anticipation, putting yourself in the right place before you get caught on the back foot and the opposition scores a goal.
Huge in the World Polo League, especially at that 26 goal level. Each player, each team so strong and using the field. And right here, look at this horsepower. As Pablo's going to work it down the boards here, take it all the way. Running coast to coast here as Tamacho will fall into the rumble seat, but picked up and stolen away by Falabella.
Now then, is he going to turn around the outside? He does. He gets a bump there from Tamacho, but Senvest able to retain and hold on to possession. Little tango there, one to the left, one to the right here by Losa. Yeah, looking for his support. There it comes. Laprida right back behind as Losa takes on Tamacho Pieris to allow Laprida a little bit of space. He will now leave it for Falabella. Back up to Laprida. I like this combination.
I mean, that was a great short passes.
Yeah,
you know, and working it well down to the 60. Like I said, this is where it's been tough. This is where the Irenita team's been very strong here in the first half.
But again, game over. As Gonzalito Pierres will intercept that, will leave that for you know who, Tengola Pablo McDonough. He will send it back over to the left-hand side. Yeah, they need to mark up closer on Gonzalito. He's been given, I think, a little bit too much space. Be it the left side, the right side. Here's the cut shot straight down the center. A little bit too short for Tamacho Pierres, but Gonzalito wants to get it back. Wants to make use of the fact that they are now literally knocking on the door here of Senvest. Senvest will launch another attack. There's the backhand, perfectly played. Now then, did McDonough come across, or was that?
No, they'll let him play here. Timing pretty tight, but let him play. And why not? Both teams playing very clean here. You said, remember that second Chukker, they ran for over 4 minutes. So both teams, and when you're playing that clean, wide open polo, let them play.
Over to the left-hand side to play. Oh, nicely picked up here by Laprida. Laprida, this could be the first goal for Senvest. Laprida on the near side to Macho Pierres. You were talking about it earlier, Dale, and there you go.
It's great D, man.
Yeah.
The defense win championships, you know, my book, and this Irenita team, they have been solid inside the 60. Now, but also, to give credit due, Senvest has done a fabulous job passing the ball and working it down the field. But then the minute they get to that 60-yard line, well, maybe start taking a few shots from outside. You know, that might be the thought. Maybe to switch it up a little bit, because whatever they're doing there, that Irenita team, they are very organized once again to 60. If not, Sayao and Tamacho coming in to help. Gonzalito and Pablo are just stacked back there. They're not letting anybody through.
No, and that is the closest they've gotten in a long, long time. I mean, that was well within the 60-yard mark. So, again, congratulations. Well played to Macho Pierre. Is just putting his stick down at the right moment to avoid what could have been the first goal for Senvest. Still trailing by 3-4. Remember those 3 goals given on handicap, but still no score in the first 2, and now here in this third Chukker.
So the Founders Cup.
Yeah, Audi defending champions. Remember, they'll be taking centre stage later on this afternoon. They took on Richard Mill in last year's final. It went into overtime. Hector Castagnola getting the award of MVP. 14-13, so very, very close, that result from last year.
Yeah, and he said great seeing Adolfo back. That should be fun, playing with Maltese Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
And looking forward to see that. And, of course, the Park Place team.
Yes.
That is-
Great.
Yeah.
Defending US.
Defending US Open.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they're coming in. They're coming with a very strong 25-goal team.
Now, speaking of that, tell me, Del, you have Andre Borodin will be coming in. Joaquin Panelo, Juan Britos, Hilario Ulloa.
Great combination. They actually three with Andre and Juan and Hilario, and then they're going to throw Joaquin in. Joaquin, very strong 6-goal player. Panelo.
Now, of course, I will be out of the field this afternoon at 4 o'clock, and I believe you've got a very special guest in the studio
Very
today.
special guest, yeah. I'm going to give a big shout out to Fred Mannix, the captain of the Alegria team. They lost in the semifinals, so it's going to be a lot of fun having Fred as our special guest this afternoon. So you can tune in that, or if you want to come to the field live, of course, we'll be at Field 2 and our stadium field. So that should be a lot of fun. Here we go. Get everybody back after the courtesy change. 3:30 left here in our first half.
And once again on the move, Pablo McDonough with a lot of room to work in. Tomacho takes the pace out ever so slightly, leaves it because he knew he was coming, and that's a nice tee up for a cut shot. And it came off the pony there of Falabella. But again, great combination, a great set play here by La Irenita.
Yeah, now they're getting stronger on their defense, and they've been shutting them down here, holding them at that 4 goals. As remember, they've had 2 goals in every Chukker, and this has been a very strong Chukker now for the Senvest team. He's got to get that offensive attack going.
On the move, Falabella. And that team weren't working very well. Facundo Losa taking initially Tomacho Pierres out of the equation to allow Falabella the space and the room. Now then a cut shot again. You said it there with inside the 60. And yeah, and he came right into, ran right into Gonzalito Pierres.
Yeah, it was 2:29 on here. Now remember, both teams still have challenges here, Jan. So, and they got to use it or lose it. So you might see something happen here. This is a bit of a dicey play because you have one player coming across there, then the back shot, tail shot, and then contact. So, it's a tough call.
That is a tough call.
Yeah, because it's a tough call because you have a player in front. You have 2 players that come together. Pablo with the player, and then Pablo's clean to take the tail shot.
Yeah.
So you can say, a lot of players say, he's reaching because you remember the ball's not past his boot, but he's hitting a tail shot. So I like the call here. They're going to call the uneven ride-off from behind, the contact. And
makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes
so
sense.
they have the penalty 5A. Look at this, Pablo. He's on the move. With the Bay Pony can fly.
Little cut shot. Just as he found the angle. Not quite. But again, great run by Pablo McDonough.
Great. Well, there you go. Those are the possessions. I talk a lot about those knock-ins and penalty 5s. You have more knock-ins and penalty 5s than any other dead ball plays in a polo game. And so you got to have positive possessions. And just wide, but a positive possession. Now let's see if Pedro can get him going here. He's going to find Facundo.
Losa on the left-hand side, a little bit too far a reach, and an easy pickings here for Tomacho Pierres. And this is what I meant, Dale. We saw that also in that last time we saw them play. Tomacho Pierres, they sort of keep him as a little bit of a workhorse, and then when like a situation like this comes, bang, he's right on it, picking up his 2nd goal of the match.
Oh, broken plays, and you know what happens in the World Polo League with a broken play. You usually see a goal. Bad luck there for Facundo. He was on the run, left down behind, and then just bad luck there by Pedro. Just a couple misses, and then the broken plays. It gives Tomacho the opportunity. Good ball control there by the number 2. Yeah. Not much room to work, right on the end line there. So.
And as you know, he is one of my favorite 6-goal players.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He is a workhorse, and he can get it done on all levels. Amazing pilot.
But I am feeling for Senvest with still no score.
Yeah, that's interesting with them because they're usually good shooters. They'll come back second half here and get their offensive attack going. They'll switch them up here. We have a timeout for a horse. Looks like Pedro Falabella. Pretty little bay pony there. And the Falabella family, big horse breeders themselves. And we have so many different breeding operations playing different operations. And we'll learn a little more about Fred Mannix and his breeding operation when he's a special guest today. And of course, we're going to bring a lot of the ponies to you as the season continues. So you'll be able to get a little bit closer to all the ponies that are out there. Here we go. Just inside 35 seconds left in our first half. And this is see what they do. They double team you there with Pablo and Gonzalito, and they'll control. And once again, it's going to be Pablo. Oh, taken back though, and back to Pablo.
Yeah, this time Gonzalito will leave it for McDonough. He sends a rocket of a pass down into that danger zone, and good pickup here by defense of Senvest. Again, Falabella. All hands on deck. Now then, can they get in a cheeky goal before the end of the first half?
And that'll end it right there. So 5-3 after 3. We'll send everybody their tents. Let them work it out with their coaches and their trainers. And we'll prepare for the second half. Let's check out our first half stats. 5-3 right there. Shots on goal is going to make sense. Look at this. Irenita, they're shooting 50%.
Yeah.
But that's the difference. If you look at their Senvest, only 2 shots on goal. They got to get that going a little more. Knock-ins, there's the 5 that were missed by Irenita. And then throw-ins, though, look at that. 6 out of 6. Fabulous job. And then, of course, not many penalties. That was one of the cleanest halves in the World Polo League we've seen this season. But you're going to see that's the way this polo is. And these teams know not to put anybody on the line. All right, we're going to have a little halftime break here. And we'll be back for the second half of the 2024 Founders Cup.
My name is Nacho Estrada. I'm from Argentina, 8 goals.
Hilario Figueras, 5 goals from Argentina.
My name is Martin Jauregui. My handicap is 6 goals. I'm from Argentina.
Silvestre Novillo, and I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Tomás Pérez from Argentina, and I'm 6 goals.
Francisco Spinacci, and I am from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Juan Bolini, and I'm a 3-goal polo player right now. I used to be 8, and I'm from Argentina. No, actually, now I'm American.
No, here is amazing. The view, the fields, everything is super nice.
Question is what I don't like about Aspen. I think I like everything about Aspen. the weather, the field. Right now in the summer, I would say the best club in the world.
Friendship, the people, the scenery, everything. This is my 7th year coming in a row, and I feel like I'm at home right now. So me and the family were around like we know the place for a long time, and we enjoy the summer a lot.
When I come here, winter and summer, I actually like Aspen more in summer. There's more stuff to do.
All the mountains around here, like it's a pretty nice place, and it is nice to play because there are very good horses, and I play with a lot of friends.
No, I like the polo, the horses, and the people.
I like to do mountain biking and to go to the lake.
Yes, going to the lake, stay here in the barn, everything.
It looks amazing. It's my first time here, but all the things they're doing today is amazing. So I'm gonna be enjoy, and I appreciate to inviting me to be here in the season.
Christmas in July, kids are always looking forward for it. The day they come to Aspen, they know they relate it with Christmas in July. It's an extra that they have here.
I like Christmas in July because we like get all together and we receive a lot of presents.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank. A warm welcome.
And we're live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 1 for our second half of the 2024 Founders Cup with La Irenita going up against Senvest. Jan, you want to go through the players one more time for some of our fans?
Yep, I'd be delighted to. Well, in red, and that is the team that at the moment is the team that needs to be stopped, La Irenita. With a total of 5 goals scored in that first half, led by the Brazilian Gilberto Sayao, coming in off 0 goals at number 1. Then Tomacho Pierres, the 6th goaler, picking up a goal in the first and in the third. Chukker Gonzalito Pierres, the 9 goaler, a penalty 3 and a regular goal in Chukker number 2. And Pablo McDonough also getting on the score sheet in that opening Chukker. Senvest, the team in white. Remember, they are a 22-goal team. They came in with a 3-goal handicap advantage because La Irenita are, of course, playing off 25 goals. We've got Richard Marshall in today at number 1, Facundo Loso at number 2, playing off 7 goals. Magu Leprida, the 8-goaler at number 3, and Pedro Falabella playing the back, also of 7 goals. And as we were saying just now in the halftime break, Dale, 3 Chukkers with no score for Senvest.
Yeah, interesting. Senvest, they've won 6 out of 6 bowl-ins, and They've only had 2 shots on goal though, so that's just something they got going. Just got they're not playing, not playing bad. Just got to get a few more shots at the goal because Irenita had 10 shots. They're shooting 50%. They're actually shooting better odds, but they only had 2 shots.
Yeah.
Irenita's had 10 shots at goal. They made 5, and very clean first half. 3 fouls, and congratulations, Irenita. They did not foul one time.
Yeah.
And as this builds, there's the penalty shooters have been so strong in the World Polo League. You need to keep those guys off the line, and both of these teams have done a good job because Senvest only gave up 1 open goal. The other ones were 2 penalty 5s, 2 5As, which were literally 10 yards from the Irenita's goal that they were defending. So those didn't hurt, and like I said, they've been playing pretty good D, so it'll be interesting to see how they come out here in the second half. We'll switch sides. International rules, tournament conditions. We bowled in from the east side of the field as this field runs north and south. You can see the kind of jerseys and blowing a little bit there. The wind is blowing from the northwest, so it is coming a bit across the field, but up and down the field also. The field runs north and south, and well, we've seen goals scored to both sides. So it doesn't seem to be too tough on the conditions at the moment. And remember, the 2-point conversion is in place. So any shot made from half field, beyond the line right there, the solid line, on a penalty 5B, the ball must be teed up behind the line, not on the line. And any shot beyond, as that's where our center camera is, we'll always have a really good look on that if we need to check that with our third man RRO. And remember, the buzzer beater is in line. So if you do shoot a ball before the second horn and that ball is in the air or it continues on the ground without being touched by another player, that goal counts. And we've seen that happen a couple times. We saw it happen in the 12 goal.
Yep.
And it also happened in the World Polo League. So it has come into play. Here we go, the second half action.
Now let's see if Senvest can turn things around. I'm sure they all have had plenty to talk about in that halftime break. Winning the next throw-in once again, but it's game over when Pablo McDonough, of course, has possession. Now, who's he going to play it to? He's got Tomacho Pierre, as you saw him coming across there from left to right. He will allow Gonzalito Pierres to take that ball and run with it. Falabella needs to be careful, sends it out to the boards. He found Facundo Losa. So also sends that one back into the open space. That support working very well. Aprida tucking in behind. Well, they've been doing that all day long, and it does work.
Yeah, it's been working well. They've been using it, and and I love how they keep the pace moving there, yeah. They don't slow the game at all when they do it. Now we get a whistle.
Now we get a whistle on the play, I was about to say, yeah.
But when they do that rotation, that leapfrog, as we call it, you need to be careful of delaying the game, and they don't delay the game at all. They do it to perfection. Here's a play where Aprida has control, and he takes it back across there, and then you have contact. And remember, a player cannot just disappear, so when you do change the line on a quick line change, you need to allow that player to clear. Magoo's kind of race and rub him there, but he does turn him the back of the pony, so we'll have an uneven ride off penalty 5A.
Quickly taken, and on the move once again, Pablo McDonough, one of our 5 10-goalers, playing in the Founders Cup 2024. You know, that's something else, Dale. I mean, who can boast that? This is the highest level of polo played anywhere in the world outside of Argentina. And what a better place than right here, where champions are born, raised and bred. Grand Champions Polo Club on the legendary field number 1. Remember, the final of the All-Star Challenge will be on your screens this afternoon on the legendary field number 2. But, of course, the second game coming up after this of the Founders Cup will be on Field 3, where Park Place will be taking on Travieso.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to all these games today as we get the Senvest team working it across center field here, and then Irenita takes over. And this is what they were doing in the first half. They get that there. Nice ride off here by Aprida. Now he'll leave it for Falabella.
On the boards. Still Falabella. Now, where's the ball? It's somewhere. There it is. And Losa trying to control it. And no matter where he goes, poor Pedro Falabella, he's got traffic in front, behind, either side of him. That ball will then jump over the boards.
It looks like that ball is going to work for Senvest here. That ball went off of one of the Irenita ponies. So that ball will go back, change of possession for Senvest, and it'll be Pedro.
Falabella out to the left-hand side. You see, and again, as soon as, in this case, Losa gets the ball, he's got Tomacho Pierres right on him, because I think your idea that you mentioned earlier on from taking a shot from a distance might be the way forward here for Senvest.
They're still inside the 60 there, and that's where Irenita has been very strong. And look, they're going to get control here and get the breakaway, and it'll be Gonza.
Pablo McDonough just behind him. In comes the challenge, and now McDonough will take it. It's a little gap there, but he needs to be careful. A hook, but that ball will be a given, I was going to say, for Gonzalito Pierres.
Yeah, he's bad luck there, skipped over his mallet. He's going to get the near side neck shot, though.
Yep.
And finish. That ball just popped right back to him. He just kept traveling down the field right here. Pablo, and they do the leapfrog to a high level. Gonzalito here, just a little bad luck right there, just skipped over. And then it looked like Pedro trying to take the ball to the left, and just kind of a little bit of miss hit. It bounces off of Loza's pony in broken play. And, you know, we talk about the broken plays. You usually see a goal afterwards, especially that ball just popped right to Gonzalito's near side. Gave him an opportunity to hit the next side. It's a little food for thought here. I was had opportunity on CTV Sports, ChukkerTV, back when we started to interview Pablo McDonough. And he told me, I actually had the opportunity to play a couple holes of golf with him during our interview. He's a very good golfer, and I tried to hit as well as he did. I could hit it as far, but not straight. But Pablo, we were talking while we were playing, and he showed me that he holds the mallet, how he holds the mallet. He actually puts the sling on his thumb. So
right.
Instead of around his thumb, he puts it on his thumb.
Okay.
and holds it like that, but he said it gives him more control. So it was a little something if you, right there's a good shot of Pablo. And if you get a shot of him where you see how he has the mallet hanging on his thumb there, instead of putting it all the way down on his hand, he actually puts it on the tip of his thumb, and he holds the mallet like that. He says it gives him a lot more control when he's dribbling the ball. So it's a little bit, coming from a 10-goaler.
Can't be bad.
You might want to try that. Might make you play a few goals better. But he does it. It's kind of interesting. He told me I actually had a mallet just for fun. I had a mallet in the bag, in my golf bag.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how we started talking about it.
Okay.
He said, I want to show you something that I do. It's kind of interesting, Dale, a little different than some other people. So it was very cool. It was a lot of fun. Great interview. You can go back to check that out on CTV Sports. We have some interviews there that we had a segment called The 60. And I want to thank Pablo for joining us. Here we go.
On the move. A pass from Pablo McDonough. And again, right at the front door there, Gilberto Sayao. Left behind. Senvest can pick it up and turn and run with it. Pedro Falabella. And on the left-hand side, but Gonzalito Pierres, you've got to give it to Irenita. They are also extremely well mounted. In comes Tomacho. Another perfect pass on the near side for Gilberto. And a good read by Richard Machal there to stop him in his tracks. Now then, on the move, out to the right-hand side this time. The pass coming from Facundo Losa. Magu Laprida forced to take a little bit of pace out of that game. Now there is a young man in front of goal. And that cut shot, I think, was very much intended for Richard Machal. Tomacho now working as the last defender in that La Irenita lineup.
A nice steal here by Pedro. He kind of snuck up right there on Tomacho. Got a piece of it, and then two players come together there. And they're going to go ahead and say riding in from behind will be the call. You see when Tamacho went to the back shot, Loza was coming in from behind. So penalty 5A, we got Gonzalito on the move.
On a lot of space here on his left-hand side. There's the cut shot. Watch this ball, Dale. You would say that ball's got eyes, and my goodness, what great eyes indeed. Gonzalito Pierres picking up his 4th goal of the game.
Green, blue, and brown. Man, that ball had eyes the minute he hit it. And I love the Chestnut Pony. I mean, this is just a give and go, and now it's all horsepower. And Falabella is trying to get there, but Gonzalito hit it perfectly to the left to keep it away from Pedro. And this is just a fabulous shot by Gonzalito Perez, man, from about 70 yards out.
Well, if I look at the score sheet from when they played in the All-Star Challenge, Dale, Senvest actually got off to a much better start. They picked up 3 goals in the first Chukker, but then it was a very similar kind of picture. No score in the second, just the 1 goal in the third, and no score in the fourth either. And Gonzalito Pierres.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, it's very not. Yeah.
I was going to say, because they take the ball back down and get a run here. And, again, wide. So we'll get a knock-in set up here. It'll be Pablo. They played La Irenita in the All-Star Challenge, and the game was 12-11 there, Jan.
In overtime, yeah.
And that's gonna end our Chukker. So we'll get everybody on some fresh ponies, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything that goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Getting ready for 5th Chukker action here. Good shot of Gonzalito and Pablo McDonough. They're going to start this Chukker with a knock-in. And Yan and I were just going through the last time these two teams met. They actually played, it was our 4th game of the All-Star Challenge, but they actually played against each other, these two teams. And in that game, Yan, the Senvest team actually came out very strong. They scored 3 goals to add to their 3 goals in the first Chukker, making it 6-1. And they went into halftime 7-5. Ended up being an 11-11 game, went into overtime. And Irenita pulled it out. I think a beautiful run there by Pablo McDonough. Just took the ball and ran around everybody on a big pony, amazing horse. And so definitely Irenita came in with a different mindset to get some goals back. But like you said, not like Senvest to go with 4 unanswered Chukkers, not any goals. So see if they get it going here. Still a lot of time left, down by 4. 2 Chukkers left, so they have time. And we get a quick knocking, and then a whistle on the play.
Yep.
And they took that ball across the goal mouth with not a, it's a dangerous play when you make that play, but at this time in the game, when you've had a number of different knock-ins, of course you want to switch it up a little bit. So looked like maybe make sure Alberto's okay. Might have got hit with the ball when it came across there. Make sure he's fine. We got the umpires down there. They're international umpires, making sure. We'll warm his pony up, make sure he's okay. It looked like they went across goal. Like I said, they were chanking that ball across goal. Polo tapped once, and Loza kind of cut the corner on him. Yeah, and then the ball went off of Sal, so make sure that ball moves very quick.
Yeah, and can be very painful.
Okay, so I guess they came together. The ball actually went the opposite way across, and just we had Richard and Gilberto come together on a ride off. So we'll see what they decide to do here on this play. I believe that the Irenita team they had possession here, so they're going to go with a fair play ball. They'll give that ball back to the Irenita team as Gondelito Pierres had control when the two players came together and we had the injury timeout.
Sorry, but go on.
No, you're good. You're good. I thought they had a whistle there. No, they're playing on. It was a clean play, and it's going to be picked up, taken here now. Good shot here by Richard.
Yeah, coming through the center there. But once again, he's had a very, very successful day at the office so far. Pablo McDonough, and another perfect pass downfield. Now then, I was going to say it would have been nice to see the Brazilian Gilberto Sayal also pick up a goal. Everyone in that team now, apart from the captain, having scored. Back to Pedro Falabella.
I like the way they've been using that front. He's open, and he's been pulling the team early on. He had a lot of touches, so you might as well keep that by design play working well.
Tomacho. Pierres looking for Gonzalito Pierres, and he will leave that one a little bit of an awkward or an uncomfortable ball for Pablo McDonough. Yeah, nicely done. Sending everybody on a bit of a wild goose chase. McDonough found the little gap. Gives it to Gonza, but he was facing the wrong way. Falabella capitalizing on that. Can he get? I'm going to finish by saying, can he get past Pablo McDonough? As you can see, McDonough just a little bit quicker there to the ball. Once again, Losa. Leaves it for Falabella. Falabella might just try and run this one himself, but he's a very tricky and awkward player to get past, that Tomacho Pierres. Very, very strong horseman. And also, when it comes to scoring those goals, clinical in his finish. Stolen. Yeah. Sorry, Dirk, go ahead.
Yeah, no, just say it looked like he was going to get out from here, but well done by Facundo Loza to get in front of Pierres. Now he's going to try to get through, and this is where Irenita has been very strong. And it looked like Delito established himself on the right of way there. Let's watch where this ball goes when it goes past. Loza might have hit it a little bit too far. That gave Gondelito time to put that ball on his offside, and the ball rolls off the field. And we'll see if they go with the knock-in or if you get a whistle on the play. But definitely, this is where we were talking earlier with Senvest. Once they get inside the 60, is Irenita has been winning those plays. I was surprised maybe to see Loza maybe take the shot from a little bit further out. That ball is going to go off the field or be set up for a reaching foul. And you can see how Gondelito had the ball on his right side.
Yeah.
But as the ball was also rolling off the field, so we'll see if they decide to place this ball. Now, at times, there has been, you don't see it happen as much, but there has been always talk depending if a team
Again, interesting and difficult call here to make, but as you can see, they've given it.
Wow, so yeah, we had a challenge here. Wow, I'm surprised they used their challenge there early in the second half. I guess they're trying to get the bowl in, trying to get a bowl in right there in front of it. If they did, or they had the foul, which was a reaching call. They challenged a reaching call. They lose their challenge, and it looked pretty well open that the ball was on Gonzalito's side. It was definitely went by him.
Absolutely.
So Loza didn't have a play, but they're going to lose their challenge now. So a little bit of an edge here for Irenita in the second half.
Little under the next shot. Now then, what can this player with the number 2 on his shirt do? Facundo Loza tried to send it back with a backhander and another whistle on the play. A little bit more now than we saw in the first half, Dale.
Again, getting it inside the 60 here. That ball's going to come across the center. It gets changed right here. Not by much, but just a little bit. Remember, a quick line change. If you ask, see what they decided. I think they're checking out. Kudo, they were riding. Two players were riding each other off, too, so see what they work out here, whether that ball did change. If it did change, and you would have Pablo on the line. Remember, a quick line change says how far the ball have to move, as long far enough for the umpire to see it move. And definitely looked like that ball moved across the field. Pablo McDonough was on the line, so you have a right-of-way violation. And it'll be McDonough on the penalty 5A. He's got Gonza.
Gutierrez. Just biding his time. McDonough on the left. He will take a player or two with him. Oh, a little bit of a mistake here. Now then, Senvest. Falabella on his own. And straight away, look how quickly those 3 red shirts come back.
Yeah, they work hard on defense here. Foul, bad luck here to Maguda. They get a whistle on the play. I guess they are going to get a whistle, but you're right. They work very, very hard. They come from behind, no matter what player it is, whoever the third player is, as Gilberto's done a good job also coming in on defense. So right here they pick each other up, and then they come together, and we'll see what they decide there. As you had another player, he's going to go right-away violation, as when you had Bagoo coming in from left to right, player following the ball. He's going to have the right-away over a player moving towards the ball, and definitely within a stride there, if not. So that'll take us to our courtesy change here in the fifth checker, 3:44 on the clock. Good shot of Magula Prida. Pretty little gray pony here.
I looked at it, I was like,
He played a lot of polo against his father, Christian Sr. Back in the day when Christian was the captain of the Revlon team, Mickey Turner pole. And, we were talking about, the Park Place team, and actually Joaquin Pinello. Esteban Pinello, his father, used to play with Magoo's father for Revlon for many, many years. Great organization. And here we go. So penalty 5A on the right-of-way. Blocking foul. And they got Tomacho Piedras out in front. Gonzalito's going to fall into the rumble seat, and he's going to hammer one down. Gonzalito, Tomacho looking over his shoulder, looking to clear out the pace. Unbelievable little belly shot. Pierres to Pierres. Left there now for Pablo. McDonough's going to put it back into the center, and controlled by Magula Prida as we click down to about 3 minutes. Now, Loza and Falabella. Little rotation play by the Senvest team, and Falabella is going to take this one down and work it down the far boards. He's got Magula Prida and Richard in front, looking for Richard. A little bit behind him there. Pablo playing in between two players. Now stolen away by Facundo. Loza on the Dark Bay pony. Tomacho leans way back there. Can't pick the ball up, though, and that's going to give Pedro time to work here. Falabella just looking for some space. Got two players, and this is what we're talking about. Even look, Gilberto Style coming in. He's going to push him to Tomacho. Tomacho makes the hook. Gonza with the tail shot, and there's that stellar defense that we've seen all day from Irenita.
It really is like Fort Knox. There is just no getting through. And what a clean sheet to remember. 4 unanswered chukkers. We're in the 5th. 7 goals to 3. It's been Irenita literally from that first ball being thrown in on that first chukker. Even here now, 2 attacking players taking on Gonzalito Pierres, and it's like he's taking the ball for a walk in the park here. And look at this for an outlet pass. Now then, Gilberto Sayao. Will this be the goal in the making for the Brazilian? He's going to get the support again from Gonzalito Pierres. He might have to finish it himself. Pierres on the near side, under the neck.
Butter. Yeah, that make you chuckle. Just he's just so amazing with the polo ball, and I love this. He has Gilberto out front, and Gilberto got a piece of it. He just stayed right in the rumble seat behind him. The approach shot a little bit off to the left side, but Gonzalito, very, very calm and relaxed, sets up perfectly for the near side neck shot, and another incredible finish by the number 3 for Irenita.
Goal number 5. 2 in the second, 2 in the 4th, 1 now in the 5th. And as you said, Dale, elegance in motion. Oh, sorry, what did you say? Butter.
Oh, yeah, butter. That is about as smooth as it gets. And and I like also how the play with Sayao. He has Gilberto out in front, let him go with the ball first. And they had great communication. You can see how Gilberto was looking over his shoulder. Do you want to take it? Do you want me to take it? And Gonza told him, you go with it first, and I'll fall in behind you, and then they get the finish. Here's another give and go. Might be an opportunity. Good defense.
Yeah, there's just, no matter how small or how big the gap is, if there is a bigger gap, they shut it down very quickly. But maybe now on the near side. Ooh, very close again.
Oh, man, that's a Remington right there. And that was a deep neck shot by Magoo Laprida. Magoo works that ball all the way to the left side. That's going to take us, he's going to finish up our 5th chukkers. Our great drone footage there. Field 1, Field 2, where we'll be this afternoon for the finals, just to the left of your screen there. So we'll be right back for our 6th and final chukker.
Another great season. We had a blast this year. Great fields again. They keep getting better and better. And we got lucky with the rain this year and had a lot of fun polo.
There's nothing better than being out here in Aspen playing with these great people. Amazing views every day. I mean, how could you ask for more?
Best part about being out here in Aspen for the polo is the fields, the community, Melissa and Mark, the great competition, and the amazing horses, and how the horses enjoy being out here.
I love the town, I love the valley, I love also spending time here in Carbondale. So I just love this place in general. I have a lot of friends. I've made lots of friends over the years. The Ganses have created a spectacular place here that has become a really important summer destination for polo in America.
Aspen, I love it that our family's around, a ton of horses, a ton of golf, and a lot of fun polo. So.
All right, welcome back for our 6th and final chukker, and a nice shot there of Magoo Laprida and Pedro Falabella. And yeah, I mean, they haven't scored a goal today. They've had a lot of shots on goal. That's not like this Senvest team. They've had opportunities, but as we said, great defense. by the Irenita team. And we've been talking about the Park Place team. And we might have some changes there from Archie. We have Andre Bernine playing. And looks like Toli Joa and Ilario Joa, the brothers, playing together. Toli on 8, Ilario on 10, and then Cody Ellis, very strong 5-goal player. So they'll think they're going to change their team up a little bit. So we'll confirm all that. But we're just going to let you know because we've been talking about Joaquin Pinello and Juan Britos, 2 very strong players themselves, Juan on 9 and Joaquin on 6. But Park Place will have a few different changes, so there's 2 very strong teams. It's going to be fun watching the Ujo brothers play with, of course, with with Cody, who's a very strong American player, and, of course, Audrey Bernine is first time playing in the World Polo League, so it should be fun. All right, so here we go. Let's get to the action here. 8-3. And today, just Irenita, they have been controlling the game. So we'll see if Senvest can get it going here in the 6th. Breakaway coming. Ooh, bad luck there by Facundo. Turned around quickly by Gonzalito.
Now then, again, a lot of space for Gonzalito on that left side. Watch this ball. It's heading towards goal. Cleared it literally with about 1.5 yards to go by Pedro Falabella. Tamacho Pierres will keep the pressure on. A little bit of a topping of the ball as that went up into the sky. Gonzalito. And this, of course, again, is costing a lot of time, of which Senvest is now running out of. Around the outside, an attempt there by Pablo McDonough. Maybe Pedro Falabella can run away with this one. But you can see they are so quick, Dale, in coming back. There is that 3-man chain of defense. Good pickup here. Very good pickup by Magula Prida. But can he get past Tamacho Pierres? And as you can see, the answer is not on his watch, as Pablo McDonough once again brings that La Irenita team closer and closer towards that Senvest goalmouth. He was trying to tee it up there for Gilberto Sayao. And, of course, all of this costing a lot of time. 5.5 minutes left remaining here in Chukker number 6.
Yeah, and you said he has a big part right now. The Irenita team, they know that they just to try to keep it clean. Don't give up any penalties. And they've been awesome. I mean, wow, they played such a clean game. And to not have really any fouls with the defense that they've been playing. You know how strong they've been on defense. We get a whistle on the play here. As that ball gets backed up, coming across the field, doesn't seem to change there at all. The line. Anyways, and remember when the ball does stop, and the old line is still in effect. So right here, we'll see what they decide to do. It looks like they're going to go ahead and change them up quickly here at 5:04 on the clock. A lot of guys, everyone changing horses. It looks like a time out there, maybe just switching them up a little bit. They still have courage change, or if they're bringing the courage change a little bit earlier. A good shot of Roberto Sal as they're working on his tack right there. Working on his stirrup leather, which is connected to the stirrup. And a good shot of some of the safety measures they put on the ponies there with the bandages and the tails being taped up and all the different bridles that they use in the game of polo. You notice they have 2 sets of reins, so they have 4 reins, 2 on each side. 2 sets, but on the 4, usually either straight rein where they have 4 straight reins, just regular reins on the bridle, or they'll use a draw rein, the corredisa in Spanish. And of course, that does hook to the saddle. Gives you a lot more control of amazing four-legged athletes that are playing. Here we go. Back and forth. It's going to be Gonzalito down the left side looking for Camacho Perez for the deep near side neck shot. Gets a piece of it. And wow.
Did you see that?
No, we thought we couldn't see a better goal than Gonzalito. And Camacho, remember, hit that really tight one. This Pablo McDonough, I believe, right? Comes in at the end. Camacho, yeah, Pablo's going to push his man way right. Keep an eye on number 4, trailing to play on the inside. Bounces off the pony, and then belly shot. Well done, Pablo. I mean, that is spectacular. Unbelievable. What a goal. I didn't think we could see it a better goal than we've seen a couple.
Juancito.
We started with, Juancito's, and then we also had Camacho with that deep neck shot, and then Gonzalito with the near side neck shot, and now an amazing belly shot by Pablo. I'll make it 9-3.
So, 9-3 and 3:45 left on the clock here in Chukker number 6. I would like to see one goal from Senvest. I think they deserve it, Dale. They've been playing so well. It's just, a little bit of bad luck has just not gone their way.
Did you leave the house yet?
So on the move once again now then. And this is a young man who I think also deserves a goal. Now this could be the one that we've been waiting for, Dale.
Well,
yes!
Again, it goes in.
It goes in.
Done.
It goes in.
Well done. He's been pulling the team so well today. I mean, they have designed some great plays for him. He's gotten out in front, and this is a great approach shot to the left side. Always an easier finish. Comes off the post, but has the spin.
Yeah, but he did that on purpose just to tease us.
Hey, the master shot, as I call it. Love the Bay Pony. Beautiful, dark Bay Pony, and very, very smooth gait.
Yes.
On that pony. But like you said, yeah, he has been great. He's done a great job pulling the team today and coming back on defense. Because if you watch him, he pushes. A lot of their defense is one player pushing a player to another player. So if Gilberto comes in, he pushes them, and then he checks out, and then they come in and they make a hook. And again, the same thing with Camacho. Camacho will push a player to Gonzalito or Pablo, and then they'll make. So this is a great job. And that's going to be big for them, try to win these tournaments, is having the ability to have of course you got to score goals, but just having that strong defense. And again, they have not, I don't think they've fouled all day today.
No.
They haven't fouled one time.
No.
I mean, a great job by Senvest. They haven't fouled, but, they haven't fouled that many times. I mean, just troubles on shooting at, the goal shots today. But again, strong Polo and, keeping the team at 10 goals. We always talk about that 13 goals. That's when your offensive attack is rocking and rolling, which is something that is going to come into play this afternoon in the finals of the All-Star Challenge. Because we've watched Sakaya Polo team score a lot of goals. Here we go, though. Still have opportunities here. Falabella is going to get one first. Oh, man. Jeez, it's just that type of day.
Yeah. It's
you just got to chalk it up and whatever, move on.
Exactly.
It's one of those days.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
They like you said, they played great polo against these guys the first time. Just one of those days. You got to give love to the defense of Irenita, but one of those days, a little off to the right, a little off to the left. That one bounced off a player. And so 2, they're going to click down around 2. We have another whistle on the play. Let's stop the clock.
Yeah, very unfortunate because they've, like I said, they've been playing so well.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, this is a good call here. That ball's going up and down the field there, and you saw Magoo jump on the right of way, come from the right to the left, and he's going to catch one of the Irenita players on the reaching right-of-way violation coming across. Penalty 5A from the spot, and it's going to be Loza.
Hang on. Hang on, Laprida, he's going to have a crack at this. Laprida, and there it is. Eventually, Magu Laprida picking up his first goal for himself and, of course, for the team.
Yeah, I'm going to finally get one there. And you click on 2 minutes. And there, talk about Roberto coming back on defense. He actually stopped that ball. Sao, and did a great job again, showing you how they do their rotation when they get inside the 60. So back to the center we go.
A minute and a half left to play, and I'm pretty sure that Irenita will also be thinking about preserving their ponies. But, yeah, they're having fun out there, that's for sure. It's been a very effective day at the office here for La Irenita. And with a little over a minute left to play, I think congratulations are definitely in order for Gilberto, Tomacho, Gonzalito and Pablo McDonough. A great display, a masterclass here of high goal polo, as that ball just going ever so slightly out of bounds.
Yeah, and with the setup here, Senvest still in the hunt. They'll get organized for their second game. Remember, 3 teams in each bracket, so they can. Nice deal here. This is where they've been so strong. As I said, getting it down right on the 60, just the finish has been. And now we're going to get Pedro's getting an opportunity. Yeah, there you go, get one right there. For Falabella. As I said, if you go back to their game and you try to break the tape down, and like I said, the toughest part is sometimes getting down, just getting those shots on goal. And they were working the ball down. They just had some troubles getting the shots. So that's going to go ahead and click the clock down. That'll take us to our finals. So congratulations to Irenita. There's your final stats right here, 10-5. There's the thing, 15 shots, 8 shots. Comparison and the knock-ins, pretty even, but more shots taken by Irenita, and that's where they get their goals. Fouls committed, though, 9 committed. And only 1 committed by Irenita. Very, very clean polo. That's awesome. And still, he's even staying under 10. Not bad for the Senvest team. All right, so we'll get ready for our second match of the day. It's going to be around 12:30. So for Jan Edik Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports, where I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.
Necesito 2 o 3 que...